Friday night in Seattle, 29,000 fans jammed the Kingdom. Walter Davis of Phoenix left in the first half with 3 fouls. But down the stretch, Davis re-entered and poured in 17 points as the Suns came off the deck to score the biggest win of the series. Seattle was also plagued when Gus Williams had to sit down with 5 fouls, and John McLeod, the brilliant coach of the Suns, says, now's the time. Spring the trap. The Suns trailed by 2 points. They double-teamed the ball. Mike Brott's got a hand on it. He volleyballed it to Alvin Scott. Scott saw Paul Westphal. Down they came, and it was tied. Then, in the 4th period, the Suns, who had been troubled with free throw shooting in Seattle, hit 15 in a row to win Game 5 and take a 3-2 series lead, 99-93. So we are now live from the Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, where the Phoenix Suns can wrap up the Western Conference Championship. Mrs. Ruth Westphal with the national anthem. Touch on Mother's Day. Paul Westphal's mother, Ruth, with the national anthem. And our NBA coverage on CBS will continue.
The NBA on CBS. Today's Western Conference Championship game is sponsored by Chevrolet and your neighborhood Chevrolet dealer, who invite you to test drive the first Chevy of the 80s, Citation. Lowenbrau, light special and dark special, when it's time for the taste of a truly great American beer. And by Big A Auto Parts, the hard-working auto parts store.
Back live in Phoenix, I'm Brent Musburger with Rick Barry. For Lenny Wilkins, who must win today, John Johnson, Lonnie Shelton, Jack Sikma, Dennis Johnson, and Gus Williams will open. For John McLeod and the Phoenix Suns, one victory away from a Western Conference Championship, Walter Davis, Truck Robinson, Joel Kramer, Don Boozy, and Paul Westphal. We are ready to jump it up. Truck Robinson. But it is the Sonics in control, and here comes Gus Williams, who fouled out Rick, and that really hurt Seattle Friday night.
Certainly did. There's the type of penetration Gus is capable of. And Seattle right away establishes itself in the offensive boards. But Gus can do that. He can get inside, he can break down and press, and with Gus on the bench, it really turned the game around for the Suns.
Dennis Johnson with the first field goal here this afternoon. Now the Suns set a play. Alvin Adams is in uniform. Was not jumping well in pregame practice. Sprained an ankle a week ago. Davis jumps it back to Westy.
I think Paul's probably a little pumped up, a little special treat for his mom. I'm sure got the adrenaline flowing for him. Not that he needed it, but it was just a little extra incentive now for Paul.
Sellout crowd. This game is a sellout as soon as Phoenix evened the series 2 apiece within hours. They double-teamed Sikma, who's had one problem shooting after another. A big shot for Jack Sikma, Rick, to hit the first one.
No question about it. You have to try and get the ball in the basket to gain some confidence. Jack hit his first shot. He hasn't done that in a long time. Let's see if it works for him.
Phoenix, a marvelous passing team. They work and try to hit the open man as Robinson runs it down in the corner now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Seattle stagnated on offense just a bit on Friday night. Lenny Wilkins hoping to get more movement and more scoring from this man. Jack Madden with 3-second violation.
Good call. Shelton was in there. You see Truck Roberts discussing the call. Shelton was in the lane for 3 seconds, but Jack Sikma did what I think he must do. Put the ball on the floor, make a quick move to the basket, stop relying solely on the jump shot.
Score is tied at 4, and the Suns just a victory away from the NBA World Championship Series. Davis. Johnson slows up Westfall, who then gets back off Dennis. Shelton goes to the corner, and the ball out of bounds, and it'll go to Phoenix.
Quick shot that time by Dennis Johnson. As Lenny pointed out when I talked to him at halftime of the first game, they need to be a little more patient. That does not show much patience on Dennis Johnson's part.
Truck operates from the left side in this sequence. Kramer out high with Sikma. Comes through Davis to Westfall, screened by Robinson.
Little simple screen. Lonnie Shelton a little slow stepping out to pick up Paul Westfall. You can't give Paul that type of daylight, and the shooting pace has really been super with the game on the line for Seattle, and of course the Suns trying to put it away.
Sikma lost it that time. Bougie was there with a hand. 2-on-1. Gus Williams with a marvelous defensive effort, and it comes back to John Johnson. Intercepted. Here come the Suns. Right back. JJ was trailing Westfall, and he fouled him. Basket does not count.
Now let's just watch Gus Williams on this last play. Tremendous anticipation. Right there, he never lost control of himself, managed to get his hands on the ball, quick hands, tips it back, keeps it alive, and then down the other end, Boucher made a great play to come up with the steal, and Westfall with a good play on Johnson to draw the foul.
Davis thinks he's found his spot. 1 of 2. Shelton powered that rebound.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to technical difficulties, our feed from Phoenix has temporarily been interrupted. Please stand by.
Go to the right corner, and it's John Johnson. And we are right back. It is tied at 8.
And as long as Seattle can get to that early offensive game, they've been very successful. It's when they've had to slow down that they've had the problems, Brent. And they've established the running game early, and that's why the game is still real close.
Bougie took the pass from the rookie Joel Kramer, and there was a foul inside.
Here's the play again. You can see the great cut right here, going down the middle, the fine pass. Bougie got in front of his man, Gus Williams, picking up the foul. That's the type of plays that the Suns run so well, Brett. They got the great cuts to the basket. Seattle doesn't do it quite as well.
There are the number of fouls Friday night, even at 30 apiece. Westfall with 6 points in the opening period, and the Suns ahead by 2. 7:56 to go. Washington having already beaten San Antonio today, 107-103. Sikma moved in. He'll take the shot. He has a big height advantage, John Kramer.
Well, Jack looks like he's shooting the ball very good right now. 2 shots he's taken. He's had good form on them, and he's not hesitated. He's turned and shot it.
And John McLeod will have to alter his defense, Rick. They'll have to pay more attention to Sikma because in looking at the films, he said they've left him open and invited him to shoot. But today, if he gets hot early, he said, I've got to tighten up a couple of men on him.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Frank burned the trout yet?
No, but we're ready.
Okay, you guys, knock it off. I don't believe it. And a little something to go with it.
Lowenbrow.
Lowenbrow. And you guys don't deserve it, but my trout does.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well,
Frank, we apologize. The beer's terrific.
It's Chevy's nationwide celebration. There's a Chevy celebration going on across the nation. It's an all-out Chevy jubilation.
Chevy dealers are celebrating the arrival of the first Chevy of the 80s. Citation to Chevy's new generation cars. As always, they have great Chevy values in every Chevy car and truck. All just waiting for you, so come on in and celebrate.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy.
The Kodak theory of slide projection has been round for years. This is the Bell & Howell alternative. Slide Cube System 2. It stores slides in less space, protects slides from dust, smudges, and warping. Cartridges cost less than trays and snap on a Bell & Howell projector so you can project a beautiful image. This is the theory of slide projection and storage without any holes. Get what you've been missing. Bell & Howell Slide Cube System 2.
Next Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports takes you to one of America's greatest courses for the Colonial National Invitation. See Lee Trevino shoot to duplicate his 1978 win. The Colonial National Invitation. Next Saturday and Sunday, you'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Rick, in the Sonics' first 8 playoff games, Gus Williams took 66 foul shots. In their last 2, he's had only 1 free throw and missed it. It would indicate he's not penetrating and drawing the fouls, correct?
Well, that's no question about that, but of course, he was on the bench a great deal in their last ball game, and that hurt him, cut down his effectiveness. He only scored 10 points, his lowest point total in the last 27 games he's played in.
They go cross now to the young man, Joel Kramer, the rookie from San Diego State, his first field goal. Everyone on the Suns has scored except Boozy. Shelton and Williams not yet on the scoreboard for the Sonics. Here's Shelton going back to Dennis. John with that pass. Out of bounds to the Suns on the turnover. A lightning quick pass, and it may have been a little bit too hot to handle. Kramer cuts. Davis spins. John Johnson fouled him. A chance for a three-point.
It was the fake that set that play up, Fred. He made a beautiful ball fake. We'll take a look at it now. Here's the second part of it. He got John Johnson. There you see a great move with a double clutch to maintain control, picks up the foul. But he made the ball fake going to his right side. John Johnson took the ball fake, enabling Walter to have the room to go baseline.
5 points for Davis in the first period. Sikma screening, and Williams got free. He missed the layup. Boozy was picked off. John Johnson.
They're trying to do a little bit more cutting to the basket, Fred. That's going to be a big difference for them if they can establish that type of game.
Kramer dribbled it out. Here's Boozy. He's off. They tie up the ball, and the Suns come away with it. Kramer. Rush ball to Davis, and he bounces into Shelton. Offensive foul on Walter.
It was traveling,
no foul.
You'll see the pass coming here. Now watch Walter get the ball. Makes a quick move, shovels a step, 2 steps. It's lucky it would have been an offensive foul had he not walked.
They double team the ball, triple team, loose, right to JJ, jump to Sikma. Sikma fake, didn't come right up and missed the short shot. Now it's Davis, the Greyhound, into the left corner. John Johnson back on defense.
Paul Westfall's wide open. Dennis Johnson just now came down to pick him up.
Williams in behind, Tuck did the job, and then Gus releases, and here's Paul awaiting him. It'll score, continuation on the play, and he was fouled, and Truck says, how about at the other end?
There you see Gus make the move. Paul with a reach in. That's a tough defensive play to make in that situation. You're much better to perhaps establish your position defensively, force the man to go around you. On the reach in, if you come even close to getting anything but the ball, the official will call a foul.
Davis sits down, and Alvin Scott, who played so very well for John McLeod in the first half Friday night, he will operate at that forward position. So Williams' free throw knocks it up at 15 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go, first period. Seattle just a loss away from being eliminated from the NBA tournament. Now the Phoenix offense slows down. 3 seconds on the shot clock with 2, and Puck Robinson runs it down. 4 for Truck. Now watch Seattle on the attack. Rick has already made the observation, only this time they turn it over. And it's Scott. It's a 4-point lead. He's quick. He did that in the first half. Steal the ball, and I believe Lenny Wilkins is going to call a timeout. Yes, he is. Rick, just when it looked like Seattle might get that offense going inside, they create a big turnover. Here is the general manager of the Phoenix Suns, Jerry Colangelo, with his 5-month-old daughter, Mandy Brooks, saying Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's not Father's Day. Where's Mommy?
Mommy's off to the right.
If anybody appreciates the end of the day, it's a Big A Auto Parts store. Because during the day, no other store works harder to give you quality parts and friendly service. Why, only this morning.
Okay, you need a muffler and a tailpipe? Brakes for a 67 Plymouth? We'll have it here by 11 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. I can show you how that goes on.
You need 6 gas cans? Yes, we can grind drums. Is it a V8 or a 6?
Quality parts, friendly service. That's Big A, the hard-working auto parts store.
Hey, did you know that B.F. Goodrich has the best-selling line of high-performance radios?
No.
Did you know they're the most dependable radios Goodrich ever made?
No.
Did you know the Goodrich blimp is taking our picture?
Yeah?
Yeah!
Hey, Goodrich doesn't have a blimp.
That's right. We're the other guys. B.F. Goodrich, the leader in high-performance radios.
I drive a cement mixer. It has blades inside the drum that turn around continuously. One day, my water-resistant Timex fell inside the cement drum. Darn. It had about 3 yards of cement and 100 gallons of water. I thought I'd never see my watch again, at least not in one piece. At the end of the day, out came something shiny. My Timex watch, badly scratched, skinned, but working perfectly. Good old dependable Timex.
Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Both teams shooting a blistering pace. Seattle 6 of 9, Phoenix 9 of 14. Each team has made its only free throw, but the Suns have scored the last 2 field goals. Chuck Robinson off an offensive rebound, and Alvin Scott off a steal. And Lenny Wilkins doesn't want anything to get out of hand here early, so he used the timeout. Kramer tightens up on Sigma, and Shelton missed the shot. He had the penetration inside.
Yes, they did, Brent. They're doing a lot more of it this game. It looks a lot better.
Kramer, and the Suns have run off 6 straight. DJ, short, loose. Dennis colliding with Sigma. Gus Williams. And the Wizard puts it in. And he got to get back. Westfall had cheated. Lenny was up screaming, and Westfall tapped it in. He had released when the ball headed out of bounds.
Paul will do
no
that.
one picked him up.
He will definitely do that. The pass was not thrown hard enough. Paul had to wait for the ball, forced him to take a tough shot. He made a great recovery to tip it in.
Shelton is right back at the perimeter. Pulls the Sonics to within 4 at 3:48. Boozy the offhand. And Shelton had control, lost it. Kramer put it down, and Lonnie Shelton slammed an arm at it.
Watch the rebound here. Kramer picks up the ball, makes the move to the basket. Shelton right there with the body, picking up the foul. He was just in an awkward position that time.
Paul Silas checks in, and John Johnson is out, so the Sonics will go with the horses. Shelton, Silas, and Sigma. Pull up by Truck. Offensive rebound by the little man. Boozy goes back to Westfall. Westfall had sagged off immediately to prevent any kind of a fast break. And Kramer has a great cut to the basket. A super pass by Alvin Scott. And a great shot by Joel. That was very, very excellent play. The type of play that Phoenix executes so well. There's a Sigma screen. Rub Boozy off, but you can see Kramer switch out and go back as the Suns react. And the Sonics miss at the perimeter. And it's the chairman missing Silas, but they stay with it that time. That was simply Seattle muscle getting it done inside. Shot clock is inside of 10 seconds. short, and Sigma has it taken away by Silas.
That's one of the poorest shots that Paul has taken so far in the game. They had plenty of time left to try and execute something.
Sonics trailing by 4. Constant roar here in Phoenix. With the height advantage, that is a big play for Jack Sigma. He can just turn his favorite shot and put it up over Joe Kramer. That has been such a problem for the Sonics. Gar Hurd will be coming in.
Oh, this is a great play coming up here. We have Paul Silas isolated. Now let's watch what he does to Paul Westfall here. Here he comes guarding his man. Now watching the right side. Here's Paul. Watch the right forearm. Paul with a little extra acting, but that was a nice forearm chuck that time to Paul Silas. Threw on Paul Westfall.
I thought it was a whole lot of acting on that play. I saw Wes Unseld and Billy Paltz bang each other from one end of the floor to the other and land over. And Westfall said, yes, but no one has studied drama quite like me. Freddie Brown checks in for the Sonics, and Gus Williams goes out.
Now this is where the Sonics have to be very careful. When Gus goes to the bench, they don't seem to get that running game, the early offense going for themselves. They tend to set up a lot more, and this is where they've been so ineffective. Although they are trying, with more success, to get an inside game established on the set offense.
Phoenix leading by 4. Baird Forrest is in the game. He's taking Sigma and Dennis Johnson at the perimeter. Seattle playing with confidence at the attack end. They are not going to surrender meekly here in Phoenix. Forrest rubs on Johnson. Inside, it's getting tough. Whistle as Davis began his assault on the basket.
Watch the play again. The quickness right here of Walter Davis. Lonnie Shelton just not able to stay with him. The foul picked up. It is now the penalty situation. 5 on the Sonics, only 1 team foul on the Suns.
John Johnson returns for Lenny Wilkins. Lonnie Shelton leaves. 2 fouls and 4 points. With Davis at the free throw line and the Sonics over the limit. The penalty shooting now for the Suns. And the Suns have committed only 1 team foul. Mike Bratz, the young man from Stanford. You realize that the Phoenix Suns can field a team of third-round draft choices down through 7, and they're very capable. Silas was stopped up by Hurd, had to throw it up in the air. He didn't realize Hurd was there. And here's 24.
Again, the press causing problems for the Sonics. They are not handling the pressure well at all.
Without Gus Williams, they don't have the outstanding ball handler out there.
You notice John McLeod put it on as soon as Gus went out.
Bad pass by Brown. Davis jumps to Westfall. Had Westfall open, and he threw it out of bounds. It was just bad pass. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. First period, 31-25. Suns leading the Sonics, and the Suns within 1 victory of wrapping up the Western Conference title that the Sonics held. The Sonics trying to force it back to the Kingdome for a 7th game. DJ runs it down. Rolls a hook. The chairman short. Dennis Johnson stayed with it offensively inside and drew the foul as he went for the rebound.
Watch the contact under the basket. Silas with the hook shot doesn't quite get it up high enough. You see a lot of contact. DJ snuck in the picture, got inside position on Hurd, managed to maintain it. Hurd over the back for the foul as JJ walks with the ball.
Turnovers plagued Seattle in the last 2 games. Is that a delay of game? Yes, it is. They have warned the Sonics about delay of game. They roll the basketball away, get a few extra seconds to catch their breaths and regroup on defense. The Sonics trail it 31-25. We are inside of a minute now, first period. And here's Freddie Brown. Suns are back. It won't be easy, and DJ found an alley and missed. Silas comes up, Forrest behind him, and Silas is fouled.
Again, the early offense working so effectively for Seattle. When they get down the floor quickly, they are so much more effective. There's Freddie with a good bounce pass to DJ. DJ takes it up, has a tough angle. Hurd makes him change the shot. Silas in the proper position. Bayard picks up the foul. And in the case of Paul Silas, you're better off having him shoot 2 free throws than giving him the layup. He's not the best free throw shooter. So the percentages right now still haven't worked. But he still has to make this one, Brent.
Wichita, 31-27, 30 seconds. The Sonics will get it back. Buddy Brown duels with Michael Bratz. Bratz dribbles across, brings the time clock down. The shot clock is inside of 10. Sickman trying to deny, force the ball, and Bratz goes with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Michael Bratz with another big field goal. Time left, and DJ, and that's the end of it. No. Silas's tap back in does not count. The Phoenix Suns have moved a step closer to that Western Conference championship. 33-27. And the big fella coming up at halftime.
Gentlemen on your right, Paul Revere, Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton. And here we have Dave Lennox building his first furnace. Dave Lennox believes the dealer who installs Lennox equipment is as important as the product. Today, your independent Lennox dealer is the plus you get with efficient Lennox air conditioning and heating.
Atta boy, Dave.
He's in the yellow pages.
If your engine isn't starting on cue, put in a fresh set of Champion spark plugs at least once a year. Champion and your engine can make beautiful music together. You can't buy a better plug.
Getting an early start on your basketball education is pretty important. So is learning the facts about your heart.
All right.
Learning about smoking, diet, stress, and exercise while we're young will keep us in good shape as we grow older. The American Heart Association is committed to this kind of education. They have films, comic books, and other teaching aids for kids. To get this material into your school, contact your American Heart Association.
This message was presented as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
33-27 as we begin the second period here in Phoenix, and there on the left is Coach John McLeod's mother, and there's his wife Carol and their young daughter. John's mother lives back in Indiana, and she sets her alarm clock for 1:30 every morning when the Suns are playing out along the Pacific Coast. She then wakes up, listens to a sports show out of Chicago on station WBBM, and finds out if her son was a winner or a loser. She's a big fan, and nice to have her here today. Forrest drops it off. Davis was clogged, comes back now to Bratz, and there's a whistle. 3-second. 3-second violation. It'll go over to the Sonics. We had but one 3-second call that I remember, and that was in the second half in Game 5. We've had 2 here early. The Suns would prefer that that's called tight. Nice play. Dennis Johnson worked the back door, and Freddie hit him.
Perfect pass that time. It has to be on that type of a play.
Ted McClain, Hound Dog, is out there, gets it back for the old give and go, and put it away, and he drew the foul.
Good, sound, fundamental, basic basketball here. As you see, Bratz hit McClain, who gave it up, cut to the basket. DJ, a step late. McClain carries it to the hole and picks up the foul.
That shooting in the first period, 61% by the Suns, 14-23. Sonics weren't bad either. 12-22, 55 as McClain misses the free throw. 35-29, Suns ahead. In case you didn't hear, Bill Walton has signed a contract with San Diego. There's a foul away from the ball. John Johnson was on the right side. Dennis Johnson was trying to get open, and McClain hooked him. Brown maneuvers. Got open and missed the shot as he got around Bratz.
Watch the play again. Underneath the basket, you see DJ. DJ sees the shot. McLean lost the ball, you can see. Now you see him back out, push him off, and foul was called.
Downtown, 35-31, and it's the Suns by 4. Looked the other way, and the Sonics were not fooled. Bratz tried to eyeball the man away, all of Johnny Unitas looking at the secondary.
Here's what happened underneath the basket on the play. Sigma right there at the ball. You saw Davis right on Jack Sigma's wrist.
Sigma now back with Silas. They set what could be a double screen on that side. John Johnson appeared to be going around it. Comes back the other way. Freddie misses. Loose. Sigma wanted John Johnson and went right to Freddie Brown. Had to hang in the air and travel. He was tied up and came back down with the ball. Goes to the Suns.
The term that describes that play defensively would be a term used in football, Brent. It was great pursuit on the part of the Phoenix Suns. They did not quit. They chased down the ball, forced Freddie Brown to walk.
So Kramer returns.
See a little action going on right there, too.
Watts. Silas barking instructions. Hurd knocks it away, and DJ runs it down. Dennis off a fake, and Hurd should have the rebound, and Silas just hustled it away from him. Traveling, turned over to Phoenix.
JJ's trying to do a little bit too much, Brand. He forced a tough shot up there. He's got to just take his time, wait to see what develops.
Freddie Brown has been warned, too, about delay a game. He took the ball to mid-floor. Gus Williams is up because he'll be checking back in for Lenny Wilkins. The need, the little man. Kramer is open, a good shooter. Dar Hurd drafted on the 3rd round. Kramer 3rd round. Bratz 3rd round. Here's Sigma. He's first-round choice from Illinois Wesleyan. They move it to downtown. That kind of shooting will keep you in it. 39-33. It's a 6-point Phoenix lead. Magnificent shooting so far. And on the turnover, Freddie should have the easy layup.
So many times I've said, Brent, it's the defense that a lot of times will key your offense for you. Plays like that make the game look easy.
Sigma is out with Kramer. Davis uses the Kramer screen and rotates to the left. That's 9 points for Davis. First half, John Johnson lost control. Turned it over. McLean got through, and here's Bratz. With that quickness, he got away from Silas.
And he will go for a timeout. Timeout, Brent. Rightfully so. He cannot let this game get out of hand. Watch Mike Bratz on this play. Makes the good move. Silas totally out of position. A fine hook over the outstretched arms of John Johnson. 2 points. And the Suns are executing so beautifully right now, Fred. Lenny has got to try and get a little more defensive pressure. Force them to change their game plan somewhat. They've got their problems.
Chevrolet invites you to think of yourself in a new Monte Carlo. Think of yourself surrounded by crisp, sculptured lines. Think of yourself enjoying the very real pleasures of owning a Monte Carlo. Think of yourself surrounded with personal luxury, quiet comfort, and a surprising amount of room. And when you've thought about it, come drive one and put a little distance between yourself and the crowd.
We're getting a new Monte Carlo. There's a Chevy celebration going on across the nation. It's an all-out Chevy jubilation.
Chevy dealers are welcoming the 1980 Chevy Citation with a nationwide celebration. And as always, they have great Chevy values like Monte Carlo with a look and personality all its own, yet at a Chevrolet price. See it and all the other Chevy values and help celebrate Chevy's nationwide celebration.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Hey, where you been? Well, it wasn't easy getting tickets for this game.
Hey, Bob. I think I know exactly what I want. I want
the biggest steak you got and a bottle of Lowenbrow.
Steak and Lowenbrow. Dolan, you're a genius.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Here's to the chef.
Here's to the bartender.
Next Saturday on the new look CBS Sports Spectacular, see highlights of Olympic volleyball eliminations from Cuba. A preview of the 1980 Olympics with U.S., Russian, and Canadian gymnastics teams and more. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Mr. Vanek, my name is Freddie Brown. I'm the captain of the Sonics. And, sir, if I don't hold on to that ball, the Suns guards are releasing quickly and they're getting cheap baskets on us. Now, that's what we're trying to prevent. But, Freddie, you can't go to midcourt with a basketball. That's why I warned you for delay a game. So let's go. Or something like that.
Did they really say that?
Here comes Dennis Johnson, and Gus Williams has returned. Freddie is out right now. John Johnson. And Williams using that screen by Shelton missed. And Davis rebound. Quick pass by Brooks inside to Kramer. McClain moves it. How about Brooks? He's moving all over the place. Oh! Missed the shot. Sickman to the defensive rebound. Davis avoids the foul. John Johnson. Kramer with a hand on it. DJ comes back and a chance for the three-pointer. And it would seem that that's where they want Dennis Johnson, down in low in this game.
That's where he's most effective, Brett, and that's where he should spend most of his time. Let's watch Truck in position here defensively. Dennis gets the pass. He maintains the position. Truck left his feet, jumped in the air, and the contact was made. The foul was called. However, if Truck had not jumped in the air that time, Dennis Johnson actually jumped towards Truck, and he might have been called for the offensive foul. But since Truck left his feet, it was his foul.
Gus Williams got it back off the miss and then couldn't hit the layup. And finally, Kramer surrounds it. Off to the impressive Michael Blotz, who hits McClain. Dennis volleyball. Gus Williams, and he was whacked hard. That's got to be a loose ball. McClain was there coming back.
Gus a little frustrated right now. He's missed 3 layups already in this basketball game.
These teams are hitting 68%, 59%. Seems impossible. Teams can hit like that in this league.
Amazing how the free throw situation reversed itself here in the second quarter, Brett. That's now 5 penalty situations against the Suns. Only 1 on the Sonics. It was just the reverse in the first quarter.
Rick, Bill Walton was kidding about being called the Mountain Man, warning me to cut it out, that he wants to be Bill Walton. I got to say, it's terrific to have him back next year. I just hope he's healthy. He is a joy to watch. He has signed with San Diego. We'll have an interview at halftime. $1 Million Bill Walton.
Oh, another nickname.
Oh, I forgot. All right, Kramer. Roach goes in now to Davis. The Greyhound puts it down, and he travels. Extra hippity hop goes off to the Sonics on the turnover.
Here we see right there. Watch him go. With his speed, I tell you what, the man did not walk.
JJ turns. Short, flat to Davis off. Sonics are back. Suns come at him 3-on-3, and it's off McClain's hands and out of bounds.
Boy, did I tell you, that time he got a real break that time. Walter Davis charged. What happened is the man under the basket, John Vanek, took his eye when he made the pass. He didn't want to watch it right here. There's GJ. He falls right into him, charges DJ, and there's the ball going out of bounds. But Vanek watched the pass of the ball, did not see the contact, so a break for Walter Davis.
Freddie Brown working, and Paul Westphal returns. He'll take Gus Williams. Sigma picks on Westphal, and Paul keeps on battling. They roll it off to Sigma, who rolled after that pick.
Your basic pick-and-roll play, so fundamental to the game of basketball, yet so difficult to defend against. Good play by Gus.
3-point Phoenix lead. Shot clock inside of 10 as Brotz just holds it up and then throws one up outside. And it goes right back to Westphal. Not the Phoenix-style offense that time, but all's well that ends well if they get in here. Kramer foul. Ronnie Shelton awaited him as he came to the inside.
As we watch Walter Davis in this play with the great move inside, the quickness he has, freezing men, draws Sigma to him, the fine pass off to Kramer, who basket. That's why why he's so tough, Frank. When he gets inside, he's the type of player who is looking to take the easy shot if it's there. If not, he is always looking to pass the ball to one of his teammates. Too many players don't do that.
Come on, baby. Try the right guard line twist. Come on, baby. Try the right guard line twist. Brand new right guard. Lime deodorant stick.
New Right Guard Lime Stick. The same all-day protection as regular Right Guard with a fresh lime twist.
Try the right guard line twist.
New from Right Guard.
Lime deodorant stick.
Sorry, kid. Gotta take you out of cleanup.
Over 6 million shavers have said goodbye to their old razors and said hello to Atra, Gillette's best shave. Micro-smooth twin blades and Atra face-hugging action combine to outshave every razor we've ever made.
Close. Very close.
Atra, Gillette's best shave.
Atra, you're in a league by yourself.
In business, the more efficiently you use your time, the more money you make.
Time is money.
So if you're spending hours dictating letters to far-off places, and hours are spent typing them,
I've got other work to do.
kick the letter habit. Pick up your phone and give them a ring. The phone turns your time into money.
We could have a lot of equipment headed for Texas if San Antonio eliminates Washington in Game 6 and wraps up the East, because we've got the Colonial National Invitation coming up from Fort Worth, Texas, next Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Here in Phoenix, Suns lead the Sonics 43-40. Phoenix just one win away from wrapping up the Western Conference Championship. But if you take a look at the scoring, you will see that the Sonics are indeed serious. They're much more balanced, and that's when they're tough. 4 for J.J., couple for Shelton, 8 for Sigma, 10 for Dennis Johnson. Williams with 6, 4 with Silas, 6 with Brown. When they start to spread it out and get Sigma back into the attack, then they generally mean business. And here is Sigma. As he turned, he was fouled by Kramer, who muscled up to him.
Watch the aggressive defense this time by Kramer. Sigma makes the turn. There he is trying to body up on him. He's a little bit too aggressive that time. Picks up the foul. He's been successful in the past, Brent, of going up to Sigma, bodying up without making the contact, putting his hands in the air, forcing Sigma to perhaps change his shot somewhat.
Six minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half in Phoenix. Davis got inside and had to pass it off and out of bounds. John Johnson stuck right with him that time.
Walter's being plagued by turnovers here in the playoffs, Brent. He's averaging almost 5 turnovers a game, and that's pretty high.
He gets in the air a lot, Rick, and sometimes he has to commit himself, and it makes it tough as Gus hangs on the penetration. It's a 1-point Phoenix lead. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Suns as Paul Westphal looks up and checks that clock. Maybe they thought it was going to be easy here this afternoon in Game 6. Seattle has said it ain't going to be easy at all, fellas.
Here they come, pouring in from California and Vermont, from Texas, Oklahoma, and Georgia, from all over the country. Billions of used aluminum cans headed for recycling. Today, about 1 out of 4 aluminum cans is recycled and used again. Tomorrow, maybe 1 out of 3. Someday, maybe every one of them.
We can't wait. We can't wait for tomorrow. Alcoa can't wait.
The Miller people promised me a case of light beer if I could keep this ball spinning for the length of this commercial. Now, I'm not one to show off, but I do just about anything for us. You see, Light's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer, and it's less filling, so I can stay loose. But the thing I like best is the taste. And I believe at this time that somebody here owes me a case of that taste. Thanks a lot, boys. See you around.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hi, Charlie.
Olympic gold medal winner Bruce Jenner makes action look easy.
I'm Christy Jenner, and my Minolta XG 35mm reflex camera makes it easy to catch Bruce in action. One touch on this electronic button, and Minolta XG electronics take over to give me great pictures automatically. I just focus and shoot.
And when the action speeds up, the optional auto winder even makes it easier to get those quick shots.
The Minolta XG, the automatic choice for action photography.
Wherever and whenever, we will be there for the NBA World Championship Series. And that crown has been tilted just a bit, Washington's head. It is now 3-2 as the Bullets stayed alive today, 107-103. Davis took a great pass. Oh, Westfall, 46-43, and every time McLeod gets a timeout, he gets something going. And he was upset during that timeout. And he told him to bear down and start playing together again. John Johnson hanging travel. He came right back down.
And Brendan, that last play when Davis went backdoor, John Johnson committed one of the cardinal sins on defense, is to lose sight of the basketball. Paul Westphal threw it right by his ear.
Boozy in the backcourt with Westphal. Chuck Robinson up front for the Suns. Davis cutting through that middle. Constantly in motion. Going back. He and Westphal collide. All with the ball, and the shot clock now to 5.
Paul has an advantage defensively with Gus Williams on him. Dennis Johnson on the bench. DJ would perhaps make Paul change that shot. He's got that tremendous height and jumping ability.
Lenny is going to try Brown and Williams together. Gus. Oh, Silas. Did not mistime his jump. Hustled over. Freddie Brown. Off and truck, and here's Williams on the interception. Great anticipation. Here comes the Wizard, Dylan to Freddie. 48-45, and it's 4:30 now. Away from Westfall, and Williams has got it again. It's showtime now for the little man from USC. Up with a shot. It is 48-47, and it is Gus Williams who has pulled the Seattle trigger.
Suns a little sloppy with their passes that time. Cost them 4 quick points.
Buck looks over the left shoulder. The chairman bumps him, goes out on him, misses, and Freddie Brown is off. And now the Sonics can go ahead in Phoenix. John Johnson passes up the shot. Freddie will not. Boozy came out on him, and the foul is called by Bannock against Boozy. Alvin Scott in and Walter Davis out. And 4:01 mark first half, and Dennis Johnson will soon return. But the man he used to replace is at the free throw line. Wow. Lenny Wilkins chats with John Johnson. In John Johnson and Paul Silas, Lenny Wilkins has 2 of the smarter veterans in this league on the floor. We have not seen Dick Snyder. Dennis Autry, whom I thought we might see more of here this afternoon. Joe Hassett and Wally Walker are still sitting for Lenny. Freddie kind of forced that free throw, but Sigma got it back to him. And it goes right to Jack, who comes up with the shot dead on. It's 50-48, Seattle.
And Les Haberger is really being a cheerleader over the bench. He's up off his feet every time the Sonics do something. He's really wrapped up in this.
Sigma is out on Kramer. Here's Westy. Dishes to Joel. Flat out now to Williams. Williams with that speed. Slows it up. Sigma's not back. It's 4 on 5. Here comes Jack. It's even. Williams waits. Lots of time. 13 on the shot clock. Jack turns on Kramer and missed. Silas and Robinson collided. Silas is pulled for the foul as he slammed back.
There's the play. Sigma with the quick turn. Gets away from Kramer. The shot's up. Silas will come into your picture right here from the right side. Crashing in there. Makes the contact. Picks up the foul.
3 fouls, Rick, on Silas and 3 on Shelton. Dennis Johnson got a hand on it. Very bad pass by Kramer. Hit him in the back of the hand. But they get it back. Scott jumps it off the Westfall. High bounce. Now it is the Suns who are not shooting layups. The crowd wanted traveling. John Johnson puts it down. Seattle is up by 2. DJ dumps off to Sickman now. Goes right back to Dennis. And Red Johnson with 2. It's a 4-point Seattle lead at 2 quarters. Williams taking Boozy. Here's Westfall. Davis on the bench, remember. Double team the ball. Alvin Scott forces it up. No whistle. McLeod can't believe it. Here comes the Wizard, and Westfall stayed with it. Great block by Westy. Off to Scott. They go to Westfall. He's open. Short. And Sickman's back for the rebound. So they shoot 60%, and now suddenly both cool off.
It's made a big turnaround. The Suns are not executing as well as they had 5 minutes ago. As a result, the Sonics have taken a little control of this ball game.
Dennis will take it from the perimeter. They would prefer that he would look at the chairman come away, and John Johnson on a foul underneath. It's going against Phoenix.
We'll watch the action under the basket. Here's the long shot by DJ. Not a good one. You can see the pushing and the shoveling. Robinson had his hand on the ball, lost it. Silas misses right there by Robinson with the left arm. You saw him push on the play, picking up the foul.
We have 5 team fouls against the Suns as referee Madden is bringing the Suns back out onto the floor here. So it appeared as though a timeout had been called, but apparently it has not. The Suns are right back. And John McLeod's gone to the bench with Forrest, Hurd, Boozy, Westfall, and Scott. And Dennis Uppert checks in for the first time this afternoon. 3 fouls on Shelton, 3 on Silas. And Les Habeger conferred with Lenny over there on the bench and suggested they give Autry a few minutes here at 1:49. Sigma will take a break. Sigma with only 1 foul. 53-48, and here's the penalty. Only 3 team fouls against the Sonics. Boozy to the attack court. Westfall jumps over Silas. Autry and Hurd got it loose, but it's Williams, and he's been the spark, hasn't he? Here he comes, Gus Williams. Back quickly on defense. Boozy. Gus is right there with him. What a difference Rick Williams makes when he gets his game going for Seattle.
I really believe he's the catalyst. He gets them into that running game, the early offense. They're a much better team when they play that way.
They are. Forrest off with the offensive rebound. Good pass. Baird noticed the open man, quickly shot it to him.
All of the Suns play that way. They're always looking to hit the open man. They're a very sound, fundamental team and very team-oriented.
So the Trojans had himself a first half. John Johnson had trouble now with a sneaker. He's back 5 on 5. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, 5, 4. Dennis is up. Forrest saves it loose, but it goes like the DJ block by Hurd. A great block. But Silas tracks it down. The Sonics are on the hustle in Phoenix.
They have done a great job on the offensive board, something that they were able to do in the first 2 games.
The shot clock is not quite synced up. That time Williams forced one outside. A man was all over him. And look at this. Off again, Dennis Johnson with 8 seconds.
And Dennis Johnson pushed off on the foul. He didn't even have to do it, Brent. The ball was bouncing long. In his anxiety to get the ball, he pushed off. There we'll see the bad pass. It's picked off. Now watch Dennis right here. Gave the little shove with the arm. The ball was coming long anyway. That was more or less just of a natural reaction. When contact is made, you react to it. The official picked up the foul.
8 seconds left in the first half. Seattle will go into the locker room ahead. Davis, and he's double teamed. And that's it with a great block by Dennis Johnson. Didn't count, but that shows you what Williams has done here in the first half. Now, coming up at halftime, Gary Bender will be with Bill Walton, who has signed with San Diego. And also, we'll have Pepsi Hot Shot Finals. Coming up, it's 55-50. The Sonics. 58 for Seattle and 13 for Phoenix. So the battle of the boards has definitely gone to Lenny Wilkens, as it has throughout the playoffs. And the Sonics shot 57%. This is a team that does not thrive with a high field goal percentage, but if they're going to shoot like that and keep the muscle going under the boards, they will be awfully, awfully tough as we start the second half. 55-50, Sonics over the Suns. Suns one victory away from an appearance in the championship. The Sonics trying to force it back to Seattle. And game 7. Davis is open, came up on Sigma. Kramer's tap, no good. There was a chance for an offensive rebound basket that time. And Gus Williams in that first half, 12 points. And he also dished out 4 assists. DJ spun one out. Here's Davis off to Boozy, who put it down for one dribble and stayed open. Joel Kramer. This time he doesn't miss.
Phoenix must establish themselves better on the boards, as was pointed out by John McLeod and you, Brent. 2 games that Seattle has won in this series. They had over 20 offensive rebounds in both those games. They've been held under that in the 3 games they lost, and they had 15 in the first half. Sonics keep it. Williams will inbound the ball with John McLeod, yelling out defensive instructions. Williams is open for the left corner. Was short, and off comes Boozy. Lead to Westfall. Moves it now to Walter Davis. The crowd is surging here in Phoenix. They were relatively quiet at times, and Seattle will go to a quick timeout, Rick.
Evidently, Lenny Wilkens doesn't like what he's seeing out here. The perimeter game coming up once again. They have not tried to get the ball inside. Lenny does not like that, and he's not about to let it get out of hand like it did in the 3 games that the Sonics have lost.
At Pioneer, we don't build a high-fidelity receiver the way some of our competitors do. Instead of a pressboard bottom, our SX780 has a metal one that limits interference. It has power meters and a DC power supply for richer bass. It's things like this that have made Pioneer #1 among people who care about music. And isn't that why you buy high-fidelity components? Because you care about music? Pioneer's SX780.
Marathons cross country, everybody's on the run. Not just so much to stay in shape, but cause it's lots of fun. And the light, refreshing taste today is what we're looking for. That's why 7-Up is turning up now more and more. Reaching up, warming up, looking up, running up. America is turning 7-Up, moving up, jogging up, feeling up, being up. America is turning 7-Up.
Sears National Automotive Sale. Now America can save money on the best-selling steel-belted radial tire in Sears history. Get them now and save yourself $36 to $76 on a set of 4. The Sears heavy-duty shock can help save you. Help save you from some of the jolts, jars, and jerks. Help save you some money, too. America's best-selling shock on sale only $5.99 each at Sears.
Next Sunday, the pros David Thompson and George McGinnis, the old pros Tom Van Arsdale and Kevin Lockery, and would-be pros Pat Boone and Kevin Dobson all go 3-on-3 shooting for a championship. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
So if that's the case now, it'll be a forward switch. Okay, now, let's say they score. Okay, if they score, you come down and run H. Okay, the first option will be Truck because Shelton's overplaying. Second option will be Paul, and then Truck around the double set by Don and Walter. Hey, we're in good shape. Loosen up and play hard.
That was moments ago. Now the stage is ready. 10 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Third period. Shelton overplaying Truck Robinson at the other end when the Suns come back. Shelton with just 2 points. He shot very well in this series. As Sigma put it down, there was a whistle inside. Sigma put it down.
Here's the pass inside. Watch right there. Again, a bump by Kramer. He starts to move, bumps and pushes him right there at the hand for the foul.
So as Sigma put it down, foul was quick. That's 2 on Kramer. Sigma looks over him, flips it to Shelton. Buck Robinson's with him, and Shelton now with 4 points. He has shot better than 50% in this series.
They scored that time, Brent, but again, it was all perimeter, nothing inside.
Westfall at the free throw line.
That last play that they had down there, Seattle, everybody was outside. They had nobody cutting down into the middle. Here's a freeze frame of it. Look, nobody's in the middle. Everybody's outside, nothing inside.
Here they set again. Shelton has gone through to the other side. John Johnson trying to work it. Sigma with the size advantage.
One thing Jack is doing on his shot, Brett, he's making the quick move and he's fading back just a little bit. He's not standing his ground, allowing Kramer to come up and body him.
Truck straight up on Shelton. DJ battling for the defensive rebound. And it goes back.
Not a smart pass. What is Lonnie Shelton, the 6'9" man, going to do with the ball 25 feet from the basket on the sideline? Not a good play.
Shelton not overplaying this trip, as you can see. Truck on the inside. Boozy sends it now to Walter Davis as they clear out, and John Johnson got over them quickly. DJ comes over to help out on the double team.
That was great defense. DJ went and double teamed the ball, which left Paul Westphal open, but Gus Williams had come over from the weak side to pick Paul up, so they had excellent defensive position that time.
Davis goes deep to Westy, who puts one up with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They had 5, so he took it right up. On first observation, you might have thought it was a bad shot, but it was not because of the time clock. Now Shelton from that perimeter misses, and Kramer cleans it off and goes to Davis, who'd like to get it coming down the middle. Here's Westfall. Oh, and Davis draws a couple man to him. Phoenix trails it by 1. That is 18 points for Westfall.
Again, it was the perimeter shot that time. Again, a long shot by Seattle from the outside. They have got to establish that inside game.
Sigma is fouled as he turned. Westfall reaching back in to help Kramer out.
Now let's watch Westfall playing defense on this last sequence. He sees the ball going inside. He leaves his man, makes the attack right here, tries to double team, reaches in right there, gets him on the left hand.
They are paying more attention to Jack Sigma. John Johnson. 61-58. Sonics ahead in Game 6. One they must win. Boozy found the alley.
Weak side defense that time to not get in quick enough to shut the middle off. Unusual for Seattle. They're normally excellent at shutting that middle off.
McLeod up bellowing defensive instructions. Williams comes around, Sigma and Boozy from behind fouled him, and Bianchi is up protesting.
There's the play right there. A little hand checking by Boozy, gets away with that. Now on the reach around, looked like he might have only hit ball, but John Vanek felt that he hit a little bit of the body.
Davis had started to sag off John Johnson. He wanted this play to come through him on that side. They get it down into Sigma now. He turns his specialty, and he is off, and there was a foul. It is on Kramer, number 3.
That's a good call, Brett. We'll see it on the replay. Kramer gets it right on the forearm. Watch the play. He'll body up on him here. Sigma doesn't fall back as much. There's the body. Now watch him hit him on the elbow, near the elbow, right there.
So the fans in Phoenix now getting even as they wave their colors behind the glass backboard. All of the Seattle fans in the Kingdome. And Sigma doesn't seem to be paying a bit of attention to it. It is a 3-point Sonic lead. 7:26 to go, third period. Davis double team, got it off beautifully to Kramer.
Great play. Let's watch Walter Davis.
He gets the screen, gets the ball, draws two men, passes off to Kramer, 2 points.
Shot clock inside of 10 seconds. And it goes against Seattle.
Beautiful call on top of the officials as we'll watch the play here. Now you see Kramer doing a great job fronting. He's been fronting all along. Right there, Sigma pushed off with his hand. Kramer goes forward. The foul is called. Official right on top of Kramer doing a good job of fronting.
2 fouls on Sigma. Timeout with the Sonics lead down to 1.
October 23rd, fire destroys 230 homes west of Los Angeles.
The fire came down like molten lava, rapidly pouring over the side of the hill. I live alone with my 2 children and have no one to depend on, but Allstate stood behind me. Within 4 hours after the fire, I had a check for extra living expenses in my hand.
You're in good hands with Allstate. That's a promise from the good hands people.
Allstate kept their promise to us.
Winners go with winners. Winners rent from Hertz. Hertz is #1, with more Fords and other fine cars waiting for you, with more people to help you, with more services to get you in and out of a car fast. No wonder the presidents of over 80% of America's top 500 companies carry Hertz cards. Are you a winner? Go with Hertz. It's where the winners rent.
Hertz, where the winners rent.
Harry worked overtime to get out this report.
He needs a deodorant that works overtime.
George worked overtime to get ready for the game.
He needs a deodorant that works overtime.
Old Spice Stick deodorant works overtime. Only Old Spice Stick gives you both 24-hour protection from odor plus that famous Old Spice scent.
Greg's been working overtime on this new step.
Good thing my Old Spice Stick deodorant works overtime, too.
Old Spice Stick, the deodorant that works overtime.
Regardless of what happens today and this week, the NBA World Championship Series begins next Sunday on CBS. We will be in one of 3 places. Should Washington come back and they go into San Antonio for Game 6 Wednesday night and then win a Game 7 back in Landover, we would be in Washington. If not, if San Antonio prevails and Westfall has just put the Suns ahead. And Williams comes right back to the other end, and Davis knocked it out of bounds. So 2 quick plays, Westfall offensively, Davis defensively. I'll clean up the championship act. Westfall steals it. Here comes Davis again. Easy for the Greyhounds. It is suddenly 66-63.
There you see Walter Davis on the breakaway. Easy 2 points. Lenny Wilkins was signaling for Shelton to call a timeout. He said nobody to throw the ball to. Fortunately, Gus Williams got back.
They send it back now to Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Inside, John Johnson lost control, and here he is again. It's been Davis and Westfall who've turned it around quickly. Davis inside. Chance for the three-pointer. An amazing performance by Walter Davis.
Let's watch Kramer on this last play, how he sees Walter Davis coming down the floor. There he is, getting open in the corner, catches the ball, sees the man, little eye fake, shovel pass to Davis, picks up the foul, 2 points. What a bad break for the Sonics, because John Johnson had a wide-open layup, Brent. Bad break for them.
The Sonics were ahead by 1. Now they have fallen back by 6. Lenny Wilkins gets his timeout a little bit late. Listen to the crowd here in Phoenix. The drama has taken a brand new twist. And the Suns are inching closer now to a Western Conference championship.
Thank you. I'm a broker at Bache, and I like nothing better than helping my clients make money. But making money isn't worth much. Most of it goes for taxes. I try to see that doesn't happen to my clients. So I call on Bache specialists to help me plan an investment strategy that fits my client's particular tax status. You see, I don't work to win on just one trade. I work to win for every client's financial success.
The winning attitude at Bache. Put it to work for you.
These are the blueprints for an automotive revolution. This is the J.C. Penney shock absorber. Its unique patented metering pin adjusts the ride automatically while you drive. So you get the control of heavy-duty shocks when the going gets rough, and the ride of original equipment shocks when the road is smooth. And if it ever fails, return it. We'll replace it free for as long as you own your car. The J.C. Penney shock absorber. It's the last shock absorber your car will ever need.
Usually, when a family comes to their State Farm agent for life insurance, we already know them pretty well. We've usually worked with them on other kinds of insurance, and we have a pretty good idea of the protection they'll need. We've helped them in the past. They feel real comfortable with us, and we're going to help them if they have a problem. They know us. They trust us. We're going to be here tomorrow.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's life insurance, the State Farm way.
Back to the championship. If San Antonio wins, we will open in either Seattle or Phoenix, depending on which team wins the West. Rick, there's one number that would indicate Seattle can inch back right now. DJ on the layup. That's the foul situation. Yeah, 14 fouls on the Suns and 1 on the Sonics.
That's the type of penetration they need. They get a chance to get to the line and get more fouls called inside.
Cross court to Westfall from Boozy. Sigma switches off, and so it is Kramer. Nobody switched back on the center.
Let's watch Paul Westfall on this play. He'll make the cut to the corner. Goes up for the shot, draws Sigma to him. Kramer goes to the basket when Sigma left him. Westfall sees him. That's why Phoenix is so tough. They look for the open men. 15 points for rookie Joel Kramer here. Westfall reached in and fouled DJ, and here we go. Okay, let's watch Paul defensively this time. See where he picks up the foul. Here he goes. Sigma setting a low screen. He comes out. DJ makes his move to the right side. Right there, Paul reaches in. Catches him a little bit with the arm.
And I'm rather surprised. Dennis Johnson went out of bounds before the referees reminded him that they were in the penalty. I would have thought that every player would be very aware right now of what they can do.
Well, that's probably one of the reasons they're not trying to take advantage of it. They were in the penalty situation for about 4 minutes. It's the first time they've gone to the free throw line.
There it is. That's the Phoenix version of distraction, and it ain't working too well. And it didn't work very well in Seattle either, so maybe now everybody just settle down a little bit.
Well, it's a long way to go in this game. Brandon, of course, Phoenix has played super in the first quarter. Sonics fell behind. They came back to take the lead.
The Greyhound is a magnificent athlete. Walter Davis out of North Carolina.
I will expect to see Paul Silas in this game pretty soon. He came in, did a great job on the boards for them, helped establish that dominance in there. They needed a game.
Kramer fouling Sigma. That is number 4 on Joel.
Silas was the leading rebounder in the first half. As we watch this play again right here, we'll watch Kramer playing defense on the isolation slow-mo. Right there, the bump and the bump, and Sigma with a little push-off first, right there with the body and the push. Kramer sitting down now.
Now, we can't be surprised with Forrest having replaced Kramer. We can't be surprised that Phoenix got into foul trouble because I am sure that McLeod stressed to the team what he told you. We must keep them off the boards. We must exert some muscle. And in the process, they picked up some fouls here. Only one team foul on the Sonics. It is 73-69, and Seattle now can make hay at that free throw line. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third. Baird Forrest. The Grand Canyon comes to set the screen. Now Westfall uses it, and DJ is picked off and Shelton out on him. Forrest rolled away from the pick.
That time Paul Silas had 2 men setting screens for him. Baird Forrest, who set the second one after he set it, released to the basket. The center popped out. Baird had a clear path to the offensive board. Big basket by Baird, who contributed Friday night coming off the bench. Now here's Sigma. Forrest is taller. Sigma goes back. They look for the open man, and they find JJ. That was good ball movement that time. They got a good wide open 15-footer. That is the type of shot that Lenny Wilkins likes to see.
So Seattle was reeling, but they did not stay down for the count. Davis comes up, and again it is Walter Davis. He's a one-man show. That is 20 points.
There's the play here. Davis just with a tough move. JJ with good defense. Not much you can do on that.
Williams has been very quiet offensively in this period.
That's a bad shot right there, Brett. That's not the patience that Lenny Wilkins is looking for in his players.
This time, Davis gives it up off the triple team, and Paul Westfall misfired.
Russ Williams got his hand on that ball.
They spread out, and DJ comes through. And as Lonnie Shelton powers his way to the basket, he committed the foul.
Watch this play again. Here's DJ comes in. He draws the man to him, but he didn't overcommit. Made him make a tough shot. It was a good play by Truck as Shelton comes over the back. If Truck had committed, he could have passed to Shelton for an easy basket. Here's another look at it. You see, he did not come all the way out, so he didn't have the angle to pass. Shelton over the back.
4 fouls. Gar Hurd, Walter Davis, and Forrest up front. Robinson on the bench with Joe Kramer for John McLeod right now. And Paul Silas is in there checking Hurd. Davis triple team. They are very conscious of him. Forrest dueling Williams. They keep it at that end, and you can hear the crowd reaction. And Forrest says, let's go to a timeout. Coach wants to talk it over. 77-71. Rick, I would think that Seattle would be quite happy about this stretch. They could have really been blown away here.
Yes, they've played good basketball. They established themselves as they did in the first quarter. They have to be careful now not to let Sonics come back and dominate the boards again, and that's exactly what happened in the second quarter when Paul Silas came to the game. He's back to the ball game now. He had 7 offensive rebounds alone himself in the first half. The whole Phoenix team only had 13 rebounds before the game.
Okay, well, take it over then, go the other way. Okay. Take it over and run the two-man game up. Okay, now, if Sigma begins to jump, or Dennis begins to jump, see, the thing you got to do, the thing you don't want to do is stand with the ball. In other words, if you can't go one way, then you got to be able to go the other way and run the two-man game off of it. Okay, now.
Long team, they get jacked down, run a double up sometimes, run a green sometimes, two-man game. Now, also, Jeff, you want to run a fist up sometime, New York, so that when the guard hits you, it goes off, okay? Now, we can get, okay, now you make a pass down to him. He's down by himself. He's got to be stronger than that.
I'm going to say it again, but you have just listened to 2 of the finer coaches in the NBA. Both are in control of their emotions, and besides, they are 2 fine, fine gentlemen. Lenny Wilkins and John McLeod. You couldn't get me to take sides between those 2.
You heard both of them talk about 2-men games, trying to get the players to work together, create situations offensively. Lenny Wilkins especially trying to get the man cutting to the basket. If you can't hit him, they said he'll be by himself down low. Let's get the ball to him. Again, try to establish that inside game, which Seattle has not done that well here in the third quarter, and that's why they've lost their lead.
Both teams still hitting, Rick, better than 50%. 56 for the Suns and 51 for the Sonics. Freddie Brown, I see, is checked in. Davis goes to Forrest, who powered to the basket.
Again, the penetration. He drew Sigma to him. When Sigma comes to him, their centers are very intelligent players. They go to the basket. Walter Davis, the great passer that he is, finds the open man.
And now it is back to 8. And it is a big trip for the Sonics. They're being kept outside. DJ pulls up and reduces it to 6. 2 minutes, third period. Sigma will have to pay very close attention to boards. Baird with a pick, rolls off of it. Westfall is short, and it is Forrest hustling off his picks. Hurd moves it back down to Boozy. They got a fresh 24, and Boozy from the perimeter. 6 points for Don Boozy.
Important for the Sonics to get a good offensive play here. Try and score a basket. Not let that momentum swing too far in Phoenix's favor.
Johnson lost control on the dribble. Battled back, and Freddie Brown all alone.
That's a big break that time for the Sonics. They needed that hoop. JJ almost lost the ball as he drew a lot of traffic inside there. Found the open man.
Brown goes with Boozy. DJ sticking with Westfall. Davis Davis came inside of Dennis Johnson, and Dennis protesting that it should have been the other way. It goes against DJ, and the Sonics now reach the limit as Boozy goes out. Michael Bratz, second-year man out of Stanford.
Reminds me a lot of Mike Dunley, a teammate of mine, somebody people haven't heard a lot about, but a good, solid, all-around basketball player.
Bratz working down low with Brown. Is over on the left, wanting to get it. He wants to post up that little bigger fella. I guess they're about the same size, 6'3", 6'3 and a half. Here's Hurd from the right baseline. And look at that man, Beard Forrest from Grand Canyon.
Jack Sickman neglected to box out, and as I pointed out, most big men do not box out. They just release and go to the basket.
Forrest has been a major factor here off the bench for the Suns. Oh! Brown got one going out of bounds. He's got to hurry. Westfall had cheated. They couldn't get it to him. 21 seconds. So it's last shot time here. They've just about synced up, about a second off. 83-77. Suns ahead. Forrest pops out, run through. 5, 4, 3. Westfall. And not enough time. It's over the third period. The Phoenix Suns are within 12 minutes of a championship appearance.
It's a big idea. The big Delco shock sale. Wherever you see this poster in your neighborhood, AC Delco is making it possible for you to save on Delco shock absorbers. Big shocks with 59% more shock capacity than ordinary 1-inch shocks. Delco regular and heavy duty. Big shocks, big sale, big Delco shock sale.
Thanks, Delco. It really is a big shock.
Sale.
The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
Gene Stapleton and Art Carney head an all-star cast in You Can't Take It With You. Broadway's great American comedy comes to television Wednesday.
This is CBS.
When John McLeod talks, the Phoenix Suns listen. Out-rebounded in that first half, 28-13. They snap back in the third period, out-muscled the Sonics 9-4, as both teams hit 60%. And Rick, look at the number of shots the Suns got.
That's a big difference. 27 for the Suns, only 13 attempts for the Sonics.
Coming free was DJ, scored and sent him to the line. The Sonics start the fourth period with a chance for the three-pointer. That foul was against Davis, his second. Dennis Johnson now with 20 points. He is high for the Sonics. He pulls them to within 5 on that three-point play. 85-80 now. Brown, DJ, Sigma, Silas, and John Johnson on defense for Lenny Wilkins. Forrest is still out there. He has played superbly here. Westfall cuts off it, ricochets, and Paul Westfall comes right back.
All right, now let's watch this great shot coming from our ground level camera. Right there, Paul with a great drive. Sigma leaves his feet. When he left his feet, the contact was made. The foul's on the defensive man. A fine drive by Paul Westfall.
Sigma goes out, and Lonnie Shelton will play that spot right now for the Sonics.
We're going to have to compliment our cameraman. They did another great job getting super angles on some of these replays. Fun to watch that.
And an in-court violation as they brought it out of bounds. It'll go back over.
Well, the
mistake
basketball
you cannot make in a situation like this.
Let's watch it right here. We see the pass in. There he is right there standing.
The Suns short. Brown to the rebound.
He was not stepped on a line. What happened is he stepped in from out of bounds. You're not allowed to do that. You have to establish position inbounds. That was the call.
Brown downtown and a quick turnaround. 88-82. Sonics are within striking distance.
That's the type of shot that if it goes in, it's a good one. If it doesn't, it's a bad one.
Lots dribbling in Freddie watching him. Hurd in low. He'll screen. Davis will just take the jump shot outside. And here he comes. That's 22 for Davis, 25 for Westfall. Hurd switches and goes back to Shelton. Silas positions underneath.
That's the same type of shot. That's a tough shot to be taken in this situation. Fortunately for the Sonics, they're going in. A 15-footer wide open, that's a good shot. If you miss it, doesn't matter. It was a good shot. Those could be bad shots. They're not going in.
Here's Mike Brooks dishing off, and as he came down the middle, there was a foul.
He got the foul before. That was a great play. And again, Bayard Forrest cutting without the basketball, getting himself open. Brooks made a great play that time. The foul weren't called. Bayard would have had an easy layup.
Westfall sits down. Boozy returns.
Freddie Brown picked up that foul.
Watts on the drive, and DJ stuck right with him. Out of bounds to the Suns.
Here's the shot. Great block there by DJ. The ball comes down, hits the man. He is out of bounds. Spinner on the line. Lonnie Shelton.
Here, Forrest has been a key man. Watts is tied up. Paying more attention to him. Davis. Missed from the perimeter. It's 90-84. Sonics can pull to within 4 points.
That was a tough shot there also.
Up high over Gar Hurd. It's a 4-point game. 9 minutes and 49 seconds.
You have to admire the Sonics, Brett, the way they hang in there. They will never give up.
JJ goes with Walter Davis and fake. And he was fouled. He got John Johnson up in the air, turned his back, and came into it.
One of the few times JJ has made a mistake defensively. He's one of the better defensive forwards in the league. Usually maintains good position.
In that third period, Rick, Phoenix committed 0 turnovers.
That's why they had 27 shots.
Here, free basketball. And now, Davis with 23.
And the game of basketball, as we pointed out so many times, is a game of mistakes. It's impossible to play a perfect game. You strive for it, knowing full well you can't achieve it. But if you can minimize the number of mistakes, you're going to execute better, and the team that executes better will usually win the ball game.
Joe Kramer yelling instructions, sitting next to Clutch Robinson on John McLeod's bench. Freddie Brown with Hurd coming back and slamming it out of bounds.
That ball came out of bounds, and Paul Silas that time had a great run at the basket. I tell you, he's amazing. I've been keeping an eye on him. I know why he gets so many offensive rebounds. See the pass inside. Bratz right there. Freddie gets a little shove off. There's the block. But into your picture right there, you see Paul Silas. Look at him. Nobody screened him off. He would have had a chance at him.
And Silas inside scores, and he'll come to the free throw line. Here's the man, Rick.
Well, Paul is a guy that can do so many things for you. He's got that great experience. He was very tight, Brent, at the half. I tried to get him to come talk with me, but he said no. He said, I'm in much. My head's really all worked up. So I had to respect him for that. He's doing a job out there.
Sigma has returned. The horses will stay in. Silas, Sigma, and Shelton. Wilkins goes to the muscle at 9-12. Brown and Dennis Johnson, the 2 guards. So Gus Williams and John Johnson are out right now. It'll be a different look on the Sonic attack, and knocked away by the old man, and ran down by Alvin Scott.
Crucial time here. The 2 main offensive weapons out for the Suns.
And Dennis Johnson slammed into Bryce. Michael got him in the air.
Yes.
Foul on DJ.
Smart play by the young man. Here you see him
Standing
getting
ovation
fake.
there at Forrest.
Well, he takes the fake, draws the foul. Good smart play by Mike. But again, I pointed out, Brett, as you see Bayard going to the bench, you've got your two main weapons out. This is why John McLeod shows you the confidence he has in his bench. He's playing them now in a very crucial situation. Only a three-point game, but still a three-point game. A lot of time to go. I respect him for that. I admire his confidence in his players.
93-89. Lots of time. 8:54. Kramer checking Sickman. Clear out. Dennis goes and comes up with a jump shot. It's a two-point game. Seattle must win it to force a seventh game Thursday night in the Kingdome. Otherwise, the Suns are going to the championship. Alvin Scott sends it back to Bryce. Hurd maneuvering. Silas against muscle. Good screen by Hurd. Bryce with a fine reverse, and Kramer on position. Nice pick by Gar Hurd that ignited that play. Shot clock inside at 10. Hurd knocks it away. Silas will set the play. Brown is deep. He comes up on Bryce. Not there, and it's all one. Scott.
There's one of those shots we talked about. Turned out to be a bad one.
Bryce cuts off, and as he got through Sickma, there was a foul. Was he pushed before he hit Jack Frick?
Let's watch the play in isolation, slow motion. Fred Brown gives him a heck of a shove. There he goes. He makes this quick cut right there. The first step right there. Freddie Brown. No question about it.
So Michael Bratz, Stanford, comes back to the free throw line.
See the other angle this time. Bratz trying to maintain his position. He looked like he was going to crash into the support. One of the ball boys held him up.
96-91. It swells to 5, and Gus Williams is off Lenny's bench. He will work with Dennis Johnson. The only starter out of the lineup for Lenny right now is forward John Johnson. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in regulation time. Shelton. Scott tightens up. Bratz comes around, and Shelton forced the shot. Off the side, but Phoenix on the double team touched it as it went out. Seattle keeps possession.
Take a quick look at Paul Silas in this play. You see him fighting, battling inside with Hurd, trying to set a pick and screen. Boy, the old timer really works, doesn't he, Ray?
5 seconds. Traveling is called. DJ is upset. He runs over the man. Costly turnover. There will be a timeout. John McLeod will set a play. The Sonics regroup around Lenny Wilkins and Les Habegger. 7 minutes and 25 seconds. And the Phoenix Suns are closing in on that Western Conference title. But as Rick Barry told you, the Sonics don't quit.
I'm fixing up your house, Bozo, with tough paint this time. Right, Dad?
Lucite's plenty tough. It resists peeling and cracking.
How come?
For one thing, it's got mica.
Mica?
Mm-hmm. Mica's a mineral that reinforces the paint by forming overlapping plates to help make a tough seal. So it resists peeling and cracking.
He means Lucite lasts.
Now, with every gallon of Lucite, get a $1 check from DuPont, good for store merchandise.
Because we fly the business world, we know what the business traveler wants. So Pan Am has introduced Clipper Class, offering even more service for your money, including hors d'oeuvres, free drinks, and an empty seat beside you whenever possible. Clipper Class, the full fare idea that works.
Fun now. Smaller cars are the toughest on oil. Their hot, high-revving engines can break down an oil's viscosity in no time. In fact, in an independent lab test of SAE 10W40s, Quaker State and Pennzoil both showed significant breakdown in viscosity. Castrol didn't break down at all. Any oil can resist breaking down in the can. Castrol doesn't break down in your engine. Castrol, the motor oil engineered for smaller cars.
Wednesday, meet Movieland's newest superstars when Dapper Kermit the Frog and the Divine Miss Piggy host the Party of the Year. The Muppets Go Hollywood, Wednesday at 8, 7 Central.
Except for Dennis Autry playing the last 2 minutes of the first half, Seattle has used only 7 players. Their starters, plus Brown and Silas, John McLeod has relied on 10 here this afternoon. 7 minutes and 17 seconds for the game, and it was little Michael Bratz. Couldn't get away with a layup underneath. And Gus Williams adding some speed. Roars inside. Whistle, and it's offense.
There's Gus on the play. Let's see where the offensive foul occurred. There he goes. He jumps right in there, made the contact with Boosie, and that's where the call came. Here it is again. Watch his left shoulder. He is the one that made the contact. Boosie had not left his feet, had established pretty decent position.
97-91. During that timeout, the Suns were stretching a play off of Alvin Scott, who has gone through now to the left side, and here he pops out.
Brent, they had the play. Bratz was wide open, but the ball didn't get to him quick enough.
Here's Kramer, sending it back to Hurd. Silas going with guard. Short. Loose and Hurd loses control. Shelton is off to Williams. Williams and Westfall collide. And Williams can't believe it.
There it is again. Watch Westfall. He just takes Gus was not shooting the ball. Here's Paul. There's the foul. Gus did not start to shoot. Now he throws it up. He's claiming it should have been a 2-shot foul. No way.
Was that an intentional foul?
Certainly looked like it was a little aggressive, didn't it?
Perhaps the 2 finest guards to ever come out of the University of Southern California. Check that. The 2 finest guards to ever come out. Just collided. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Now Williams is still a little upset. Dennis maneuvers, and Shelton quickly to the shot. Big shot by Lonnie Shelton. It's a 4-point game. 97-93. There's McLeod in the background. Kramer comes down. Westfall in underneath with Dennis. Walter Davis will return. It's a different-looking team when Davis comes in. Scott maneuvering, comes free, loose. Shelton again off with a big rebound. They can pull to within 2 points if they convert here at the 6-minute mark. They seal Shelton inside. Hanging comes Dennis, an offensive rebound foul by Hurd right up over Paul Silas.
Paul Silas picking up that offensive rebound on the shot. DJ off balance. Looked like he might have gotten fouled. Paul in the right position. Gar Hurd picks up the foul. But look how Paul gets that inside position. He's amazing.
2 big free throws here for Silas. 5 team fouls on the Sonics and 4 against the Suns. There are the individuals.
A lot of character on this Seattle basketball team. They've cut the lead back down. Oh, still at 3.
Chuck Robinson on the floor with Walter Davis and Joel Kramer. Phoenix starters are out at 5:36. Davis quickly. And Sigma rebounds. And again, that rebounding is starting to make a big difference here. Williams sends it back now to DJ.
Lenny knows the importance of it. He's kept JJ on the bench, don't you say, with the big fellas.
7 on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fresh 24. As Silas came up, he was fouled again. 7:91. During that timeout, the Suns were stretching a play off of Alvin Scott, who has gone through now to the left side, and here he pops out.
Brent, they had the play. Bratz was wide open, but the ball didn't get to him quick enough.
Here's Kramer, sending it back to Hurd. Silas going with guard. Loose and Hurd loses control. Shelton is off to Williams. Williams and Westfall collide. And Williams can't believe it.
Here it is again. Watch Westfall. He just takes it. Gus was not shooting the ball. Here's Paul. There's the foul. Did not start to shoot. Now he throws it up. He's claiming it should have been a two-shot foul. No way.
Was that an intentional foul?
Certainly looked like it was a little aggressive, didn't it?
Perhaps the two finest guards to ever come out of the University of Southern California. Check that. The two finest guards to ever come out. Just collided. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Now Williams is still a little upset. Dennis maneuvers and Shelton quickly to the shot. Big shot by Lonnie Shelton. It's a 4-point game. 97-93. There's McLeod in the background. Kramer comes down. Westfall in underneath with Dennis. Walter Davis will return. It's a different looking team when Davis comes in. Scott maneuvering, comes free, loose. Shelton again off with a big rebound. They can pull to within 2 points if they convert here at the 6-minute mark. They seal Shelton inside. Hanging comes Dennis, an offensive rebound foul by Hurd right up over Paul Silas.
Paul Silas picking up that offensive rebound on the shot. DJ off balance. Looks like he might have gotten fouled. Paul in the right position. Gar Hurd picks up the foul. But look how Paul gets that inside position. He's amazing.
2 big free throws here for Silas. 5 team fouls on the Sonics and 4 against the Suns. There are the individuals.
A lot of character on this Seattle basketball team. They've cut the lead back down. Oh, still at 3.
Chuck Robinson on the floor with Walter Davis and Joel Kramer. Phoenix starters are out at 5:36. Davis quickly. And Sigma rebounds. And again, that rebounding is starting to make a big difference here. Williams sends it back now to DJ.
But he knows the importance of it when he's kept JJ on the bench, don't you say, with the big fellas.
7 on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fresh 24. As Silas came up, he was fouled again. The chairman of the boards, and they're rattling bodies trying to keep him away from that glass right now.
There he is again. Look at how he established the inside position. Little shove off right there. Helped him get the ball back. The foul by Kramer, his 5th, and the 5th against the Suns. The bonus, both teams in the bonus, or the penalty situation, actually.
He's missed 2 big ones. He was very flat on that particular shot, as Paul sometimes is. Responds, and now the penalty. Sonics down by 2 at the 5-minute mark. And Silas has inched him to within 1. 3 free throws and those 2 offensive rebounds. Chuck Robinson with his hands full. Boozy on the penetration back to Westfall. Westby may look for the shot. Sigma off, and he sent it back to Kramer. Going now against Seattle as they stay at that end. Jack Madden and John Bannock both had a call. They were waiting to see who was going to take precedent.
It's not Dennis Johnson, his 4th foul. Penalty situation for Kramer.
Dennis can't believe this, right?
That's a fine pass that time by Paul to Kramer rolling to the basket.
Kramer. And now for the rookie, 18 points. As Alvin Adams continues to sit because of that badly sprained ankle, but he is back in uniform. It is not out of the realm of the possible that Alvin Adams could appear if John McLeod wanted a special play. Williams spinning and that's number 3.
Gus knew it. Boosie had perfect position as Adams looks on.
There's Alvin, Rick. Watching 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. Game 6. 99-96. Westfall maneuvers against the bigger Shelton. Passed up the shot. Davis goes inside. Sigma on the double team. And Walter Davis puts it down. 26. And an ovation in Phoenix for the timeout.
Grant again, a turnover, a mistake, an offensive foul by the Sonics in a crucial situation. There's the play here. Davis, little quick fake to the right side. He goes up, 2 men on him. Good defense, a tough shot. It goes in the basket, but the mistake, the turnover by Gus Williams, the offensive foul, makes it a 5-point game instead of a chance for maybe only a 1-point game.
You're the harbor pilot. You take ships out to the open sea, and you do it through channels that shift and currents that can run you aground. And the only map you really trust is the one you keep in your head.
Get slow ahead.
Get slow ahead, sir. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for shore and the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, a quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, Miller stands clear. Miller tastes too good to hurry through. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer.
It's a Chevy pickup for me.
And a Chevy van for me.
There's a Chevy celebration going on across the nation. It's an all-out Chevy jubilation.
It's Chevy's nationwide celebration because Chevy dealers are celebrating the arrival of the 1980 Chevy Citation. And as always, they have great Chevy values in pickups, vans, and Chevy Loves. So come see all the Chevy values and join Chevy's nationwide celebration.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration.
The scene in Phoenix. I'm Brent Musburger with Rick Barry, and this could be the last game of the year for the defending Western Conference champion Seattle Supersonics. They must win to bring about a Game 7. And every time that Phoenix has scored more than 100 points in the playoffs, they have won. This marks the 9th time. They are perfect in 8 previous tries. It is 101-96. At the 4:10 mark. Back to Williams. Shot clock inside of 10. Goes against Phoenix. And that is it for Joel Kramer. Joel Kramer fouls out. And he contributed 19 points. And he's done a super job coming in for the injured Alvin Adams last Sunday in Game 3, and the Suns have not lost since Kramer appeared on the scene. Sigma hits the free throw, 101-97. Jack Sigma has rebounded to score 18 points after going 3 for 13 Friday night in Seattle. He had been 5 of 13, 2 of 13, 3 for 13. Bingo, 19 points here in Game 6. Shelton is with Davis. Westfall's in the corner. DJ going with him. Westy's forced with a great pass. Westfall missed the layup, but Baird Forrest sent it right back.
Great play defensively by Silas.
Here's Sigma alone inside. Jack Sigma has pulled him to within 1. We've got 3:29 now, and that is indeed 21 for the young man from Illinois Wesleyan. Westfall comes around for a screen, comes up on Sigma, back to 3. 27 for Westy. 26 for Davis. Gar Hurd will check back in for John McLeod. McLeod will watch the rest of this one standing up. Sigma short. Shelton offensive rebound and the basket. It's a 1-point game again. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Uzi takes Williams to the left side. Goes back to Westfall. Hasn't gone through Chuck Robinson much here. Now he's got it. Silas backs off. Now picks him up. Here's Davis. Silas has switched off on him. Davis with that quickness comes right around. Triple team. Missed shot, loose ball. And it'll be a jump ball. Madden did not see who touched the glass clearly, so there's going to be a jump ball on this sequence. Forrest going out and Hurd is in. So McLeod opts to go with, in effect, 3 forwards. Robinson, Hurd, and Davis. He used that briefly on Friday night. It's banged back. Westfall trying to draw the foul. Ran it down, but he was trying to coax DJ to the foul. Suns lead it by a point. We're at 2:17 in Game 6 in Phoenix. There are 10 seconds on the shot clock right now. Westfall is deep in the right corner. That screen was as far out as it can be. Not the play Phoenix wanted in that situation. A 1-point Suns lead at the 2-minute mark. The Sonics can go ahead. Williams now barks out instructions. Hard for the players to hear one another. Sigma comes over to the ball side. Gar Hurd will take Jack. It sends back to DJ. 5 on the shot clock. Sigma with a great fake and a great move by Truck Robinson. Truck Robinson switched over for the weak side with the defensive gem of the game. Now it's Westfall, and he's fouled by Sigma as he tried to come the baseline.
What a block by Truck Robinson. Here's the play. Sigma with a great move. Gets Gar Hurd to commit. Puts it on the floor. Busts by his man. Now Truck from the weak side. Perfect timing. What a big play for Robinson and the Suns.
And Westfall with 27 points at the line. Now Alvin Scott comes in and Walter Davis goes out as John McLeod starts to play like a puppeteer on the Suns bench. 1:33 to go. The Western Conference title at stake. Held for this last year by the Supersonics, who then fell in 7 games to Washington. Now Phoenix 104, Seattle 102.
It's a Chevy pickup for me.
And a Chevy van for me.
There's a Chevy celebration going on across the nation. It's an all-out Chevy jubilation.
It's Chevy's nationwide celebration because Chevy dealers are celebrating the arrival of the 1980 Chevy Citation. And as always, they have great Chevy values in pickups, vans, and Chevy Loves. So come see all the Chevy values and join Chevy's nationwide celebration.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration.
The scene in Phoenix. I'm Brent Musburger with Rick Barry, and this could be the last game of the year for the defending Western Conference champion Seattle Supersonics. They must win to bring about a Game 7. And every time that Phoenix has scored more than 100 points in the playoffs, they have won. This marks the 9th time. They are perfect in 8 previous tries. It is 101-96. At the 4:10 mark. Back to Williams. Shot clock inside of 10. Goes against Phoenix. And that is it for Joel Kramer. Joel Kramer fouls out. And he contributed 19 points. And he's done a super job coming in for the injured Alvin Adams last Sunday in Game 3, and the Suns have not lost since Kramer appeared on the scene. Sigma hits the free throw, 101-97. Jack Sigma has rebounded to score 18 points after going 3 for 13 Friday night in Seattle. He had been 5 of 13, 2 of 13, 3 for 13. Bingo, 19 points here in Game 6. Shelton is with Davis. Westfall's in the corner. DJ going with him. Westy's Forrest with a great pass. Westfall missed the layup, but Baird Forrest sent it right back.
Great play defensively by Silas.
Here's Sigma alone inside. Jack Sigma has pulled him to within 1. We've got 3:29 now, and that is indeed 21 for the young man from Illinois Wesleyan. Westfall Comes around to force screen. Comes up on Sigma. Back to 3. 27 for Westy. 26 for Davis. Gar Hurd will check back in for John McLeod. McLeod will watch the rest of this one standing up. Sigma short. Shelton offensive rebound and the basket. It's a 1-point game again. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Boozy takes Williams to the left side. Goes back to Westfall. Hasn't gone through Chuck Robinson much here. Now he's got it. Silas backs off. Now picks him up. Here's Davis. Silas has switched off on him. Davis with that quickness comes right around. Triple team. Missed shot, loose ball. And it'll be a jump ball. Madden did not see who touched the glass clearly, so there's going to be a jump ball on this sequence. Forrest going out and Hurd is in. So McLeod opts to go with, in effect, 3 forwards. Robinson, Hurd, and Davis. He used that briefly on Friday night. It's banged back. Westfall trying to draw the foul. Ran it down, but he was trying to coax DJ to the foul. Suns lead it by a point. We're at 2:17 in Game 6 in Phoenix. There are 10 seconds on the shot clock right now. Westfall is deep in the right corner. That screen was as far out as it can be. Not the play Phoenix wanted in that situation. A 1-point Suns lead at the 2-minute mark. The Sonics can go ahead. Williams now barks out instructions. Hard for the players to hear one another. Sigma comes over to the ball side. Gar Hurd will take Jack. It sends back to DJ. 5 on the shot clock. Sigma with a great fake and a great move by Truck Robinson. Truck Robinson switched over from the weak side with the defensive gem of the game. Now it's Westfall, and he's fouled by Sigma as he tried to come the baseline.
What a block by Chuck Robinson. Here's the play. Sigma with a great move gets Gar Hurd to commit. Puts it on the floor. Busts by his man. Out Truck from the weak side. Perfect timing. What a big play for Robinson and the Suns.
And Westfall with 27 points at the line. Now Alvin Scott comes in and Walter Davis goes out as John McLeod starts to play like a puppeteer on the Suns bench. 1:33 to go. The Western Conference title at stake. Held for this last year by the Supersonics, who then fell in 7 games to Washington. Now Phoenix 104, Seattle 102. Westfall shooting for his 29th point. His mother sang the national anthem, and now she applauds her son, who applauded her, and that is Paul's father to the left. Live close by in Pines, Arizona. 1:25 now. Williams on the penetration, the hesitation. There was a whistle as he got inside.
Here's Gus' penetration move. He's right there. He's open. Right there in the head by the arm of Gar Hurd. That's where the foul occurred.
You saw the foul?
Yes, he hit him right in the head.
Time seeing it.
We'll run it back again, Brent. Take a look at this one.
Here's Tony.
Now watch Gar Hurd about the middle portion of his arm, right here, right across Gus's head, a little further. Right there. Hit him right across the head.
You cannot question Mr. Instant Replay in the truck. He'll bring him back every time.
Snidely whiplash, Verna.
103. 122 now. Gus missed one, and here's the penalty. Both teams are over the limit. Big free throw by Gus. It's a 1-point game. 1 minute and 22 seconds. Hurd comes out. Sigma checking him. Silas is with Chuck Robinson. Sent the ball out of bounds on the turnover, and a big one it is.
That time Walter tried to force the play, and he saw Chuck Robinson. Chuck thought he was going to shoot, went to the basket, and he threw it behind Chuck out of bounds. Big turnover. Sonics with a big opportunity.
As the clock comes inside of 1 minute, Gus Williams off, and Shelton to the offensive rebound. Gus will come again, and he makes it 1 of 2, but contribute that basket to Lonnie Shelton. Gus Williams took a quick shot from far out the perimeter. Shelton went to the muscle. The Sonics are ahead with 52 seconds left now in Phoenix as the Sonics desperately try to get this back to the Kingdome. And a 7th game on Thursday night. John McLeod's turn. Hold on.
The Miller people promised me a case of light beer if I could keep this ball spinning for the length of this commercial. Now, I'm not one to show off, but I do just about anything for a few light beers. You see, light's got a third less calories than the regular beer and it's less filling, so I can stay loose. But the thing I like best is the taste. And I believe at this time that somebody here owes me a case of that taste. Thanks a lot, boys. See you around.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey, Charlie.
It's Chevy's nationwide celebration.
There's a Chevy celebration going on across the nation. It's an all-out Chevy jubilation.
Chevy dealers are celebrating the arrival of the first Chevy of the 80s, Citation, to Chevy's new generation cars. As always, they have great Chevy values in every Chevy car and truck, all just waiting for you, so come on in and celebrate.
Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy celebration, Chevy.
At Pioneer, we don't build a high-fidelity receiver the way some of our competitors do. Instead of a pressboard bottom, our SX780 has a metal one that limits interference. It has power meters and a DC power supply for richer bass. It's things like this that have made Pioneer #1 among people who care about music. And isn't that why you buy high-fidelity components? Because you care about music? Pioneer's SX780.
The scene in Phoenix, and yes, Walter Davis has returned to the Phoenix lineup. The Suns trail it by a point. Westfall goes underneath. DJ sticks right with him. Shelton and Davis. Davis will come with the shot. He traveled. He has turned it over at 41 seconds. Sonics up by a point and with possession.
And for defense, he brings back Alvin Scott into the game. Mike Ross coming into the game. But 2 big, costly turnovers by Walter Davis here in the last minute or so of this basketball game have been so crucial.
Westfall and Davis are out. Ennis Johnson and Williams. Sonics up by a point. Silas Parks instructions. 8 on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. Gus Williams, short, sick ball down. Loose ball underneath. It is Phoenix in 18 seconds. Now it's a timeout as the clock ticked down to 16.
And look at Gus Williams. He is just beside himself. So disappointed he didn't make that big shot. As he walks over to the huddle, Suns have a chance.
If anybody appreciates the end of the day, it's a Big A Auto Parts store. Because during the day, no other store works harder to give you quality parts and friendly service. Why, only this morning.
Okay, you need a muffler and a tailpipe? Brakes for a 67 Plymouth? We'll have it here by 11 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. I can show you how that goes on.
You need 6 gas cans? Yes, we can grind drums. Is it a V8 or a 6?
Quality parts, friendly service. That's Big A, the hard-working auto parts store.
Your services are no longer required.
I see no future for you. Over 6 million shavers have said goodbye to their old razors and said hello to Atra, Gillette's best shave. Micro-smooth twin blades and Atra face-hugging action combine to outshave every razor we've ever made.
Good shave. Sorry, sir.
Atra, Gillette's best shave.
Atra, you're supernatural.
Hey, did you know that B.F. Goodrich has the best-selling line of high-performance radios?
No.
Did you know they're the most dependable radios Goodrich ever made?
No.
Did you know the Goodrich blimp is taking our picture?
Yeah?
Hey, Goodrich doesn't have a blimp.
That's right. We're the other guys. B.F. Goodrich, the leader in high-performance radios.
Gus Williams got open for this last shot. There you see, he held it in his hand for a long time, didn't have enough effort on the ball, battling underneath. Sigma almost taps it in. Garherd came back with the rebound, and the Suns have a chance to go ahead.
Westfall and Davis are out there. 10 seconds left. Westfall, double team, 6 seconds. Davis outside, high arch, in and out. 1 second out of bounds. There's a second left. 106-105. Al Madden holds everything up. John McLeod must call a timeout. And it looks like we're going back to Seattle for Game 7 on a Thursday night.
They have got to try to spring somebody open so that they can catch the ball and go right into their shot. Let's see what he comes up with.
Walter, you get in the spot right here. Okay. Russell, you line up right here. Chuck, you line up right here. Don will be there. Paul, you handle the ball. Okay. Walter, I want you to break straight out. Just like that. Paul, try to throw the ball to Don. Okay. And then get it right back inside the ball.
1 second, John. Only one.
I do this. Paul, you just step out. Best couldn't shoot the jump shot. Okay? You're not going to have any time.
What happened to these guys cross? Maybe they'll flip through up on defense.
You heard him change his mind. Al Bianchi reminded him only 1 second. You didn't have time to do much. So they're probably going to try to catch the Seattle defense unaware. They're going to put Paul Silas right in front of the ball, down low on the baseline. Try to disguise it more than likely some way with some screens coming, but just have Paul pop back, throw the ball to him, and Paul's going to have to shoot it as soon as he gets it in his hand.
Walter Davis.
Right now, 1 second.
Will pop back out. All right. This could be either the longest or the shortest second of the season for one of these two teams. And we don't know if it's a full second or a fraction of a second.
It's less, Brett.
It makes a difference.
It must be. Once the clock goes to 1, there's less than a second. And they see it's got Paul Westfall there right now.
And it'll be Davis. Now the timeout. Lenny Wilkins will use this one. He wanted to see the alignment. He wanted to see the alignment that John McLeod employed. Now they'll come over and talk about the options off of that alignment. And so the two coaches go head-to-head. And how quiet it suddenly is in Phoenix. Yeah, show us that alignment, right?
What the alignment is going to be right now is you see him setting up. Paul Westfall standing there in the left part of your screen. What's going to happen is he is going to try to just pop right straight out towards the baseline, towards the sideline, get the ball from Walter Davis, shoot the basketball.
Okay.
They probably send some men down to set some picks and screens thinking.
He might change, though. Now, as a result
Now
of
we'll
that.
see what he's going to do.
We can sucker the weak side keeper. Gar, you handle the ball.
All right, now what he's done is he said they're going to try and sucker the weak side defense.
Let Walter make this move and see if you can hit him.
Bring Sigma.
Sigma guard you. You guard me. All right, Don, you handle the ball then. Okay, what I want to do now is see if we can bait the guy guarding Walter and let Walter get him on a quick hit, and then at the same time take this defensive man, pull him onto Walter, okay, and take the ball down from here and throw it to Paul. Okay.
Paul Westfall is now going to line up on the opposite side down low. Walter Davis will be over there. Boosie will handle the ball. They're going to try to make it look like the play is going to be a quick hitter for Walter Davis, cutting down right inside underneath to draw the weak side defender guarding Paul Westfall to Walter Davis. They're going to look for Paul Westfall. They're going to look for Paul Westfall on this play.
Dennis Johnson has found Westfall, and he's right there. 1 second, 106-105, Seattle. Boosie. It breaks down, and Garherd is in the air. It's off, and there will be a 7th game. Seattle is alive and celebrating. Assistant coach Les Haubegger jumping across the floor. The Seattle Supersonics overjoyed as they have won it 106-105, and look at the calm man, Lenny Wilkins. And so, thanks so much to our this afternoon that did a marvelous job with this one. For Rick Berry, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long from Phoenix. Game 7, Thursday night in the Kingdom.